Do you think a regular Joe can get into real estate?
Well, I mean, anybody can get it, but it's not about getting in a game. It's about surviving and lasting in a game, right? A lot of people start and then they end up after second or third year, right? It's not about who started, it's about who lasted, right?
If you want something, work for it. Find somebody that does it. Ask question. If you get rejected, go to the next person.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Right? Because I rejected him.
He did. And now look at it. He's inviting me. The first guy on his podcast.
Again. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Hustle Show with Marlou Merilles, where excuses get crushed, 9-to-5 mindset gets broken, and we only talk real business, real moves, and real money. This show is all about the grind, the grit, and the glory. And for today's episode, we have a special guest for you guys. This guy is a bona fide hustler. You know, he's also an immigrant from India. This guy doesn't need any introduction. My guy. Thank you for taking the time.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate you all the time, bro. Welcome.
That's a nice, solid intro for you.
Hey,
I like that.
like that, eh?
Yeah. Excuses got crushed.
Yes,
Let's go, baby.
I practice it every day, bro.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's a
How
solid
you
start.
been?
It's been good, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things happening, business, life-wise.
Exactly.
So it's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
Can you introduce yourself for my audience who don't know you? Just give them a quick...
Sure. Well, I'm based out in Winnipeg, just like Marlou, and I'm a real estate investor. I've been buying properties for almost 5 years now. I have rentals all around the city, but also besides that, I do have a beautiful family. And I'm all about family, business, making money, but then also keeping friendships and partnerships.
Let's go.
So yeah, pretty much that's it.
Yeah. Let's start with... Because I'm going to assume 90% of my audience don't know you. So we have to kind of go back a little bit. I know
from nothing.
your story, but we want to share to them just like our old times. If you guys haven't watched, Ajay was actually the first guest on
Yeah, that was at the restaurant.
At the restaurant, we tried a podcast. I wanted to do a podcast since 2021, but then there's so much that goes into this.
True.
Even building this kind of studio office is a lot, right? I had to spend money for equipment and stuff like that. Plus we were starting out back then, right? So there's so much on our plate, or my plate that time. And I tried to keep going, but I was like, I don't think this is for me right now. But now that, things are a bit coming together, I don't need to be there all the time whenever we're doing projects. Now we have so much
systems in place.
Time on our hand. So going back to you, bro, how did you get started? Where are you from?
Well, I was born and raised in India, and I was 18 when I moved to Canada, just like a lot of other international students. And then I lived in Ottawa up until 2017. And in August 2017, I moved to Manitoba, and then I started minimum wage, right? Tim Hortons, gas stores, every other stuff that just to pay the bills. Yeah, but I really got the break in 2020 when we bought this first business in Winnipeg. It was a nightclub. It's on Pembina Highway.
Yeah.
That was the first business that I bought with my partners. Ran it for about a year, sold it, made profit, took that money to real estate. Kept rolling in it, and there we are.
But what got you to interested in business?
I always wanted to be a business guy. Because even back in college in Ottawa, I did study business management, entrepreneurship.
I see.
So business was always something I wanted to do. Just because I was an immigrant when I came in, I had no resources, no knowledge, nothing, right? So I had to settle down for whatever opportunities I had. So like even getting a minimum wage job, gas stores, Tim Hortons, that was good enough for me to get my permanent residency, right? But I had the idea in the mind that once I get my things together, once I get my permanent residency card, after that I'm gonna take my chances. I'm gonna do some investment. I'm gonna do whatever I can, but get into business sooner or later.
I see. Just taking the chances.
Exactly, you gotta bet on yourself.
But where did you get that money? Were you born with money?
No, I mean, I wasn't born, like I would say we were fine in India, but when I came here, came with, minimum type of, savings, like $1,000, $1,500, just as any other student. At that time, it was just about survival. I don't think it was that about, making money or, how can I be the next millionaire. It was just about survival as a student. But then once the student phase was over, next step was, to get stability, get the permanent residency. So, that thing is secured. This is now your new homeland, right? But coming back to the point, how did I save that money? Man, I just, lived like a broke guy, saved every penny I could have, right? Bought stuff from Dollarama, went to thrift stores, whatever I could to, save the extra buck, because I wasn't about the bougie life. I'm still not about the bougie life.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm more a bougie guy than you.
You are, bro, you are. My saying is, if you stay small enough, long enough, you'll be big enough soon enough, which I really think is true. That. Yeah, so I just, saved every penny I could have, put a lot of hours, a lot of overtime, a lot of, multiple 2-3 jobs at a time.
Wow, just grinding.
Just grinded.
What was that mindset of, not buying things that, I don't know, maybe when I was young, my mindset was trying to look rich.
Right.
And I don't know about you guys, if that was the mindset
I would
in your society.
It's subjective to person. I can see people who always want to show off and, they want to show, more than they have, which is fine. I'm not against it. I always felt, staying humble is better. It's like sometimes people get overwhelmed with what they're trying to show off, and then they become into this persona and this character, and that just, takes over their decision-making factor sometimes, and then they start getting into stupid stuff just to show off. So I thought staying humble, staying around my means is going to be the way to go. So I wasn't really show off, nothing.
Bro, when I was in high school, even after college, even having my first son Elijah, my mindset was try to look rich so that people would like you, right? And now, like, I could barely wear anything. Like, I don't care, right?
No.
I wear black all the time nowadays. I don't need to think of what I want to wear, how I want to look.
Yeah.
As long as we got money in the bank,
and
I don't need to look rich, we're good,
Yeah, no, I learned that too. When you don't have money, you think money solves everything, but once you make money, you understand money is actually hollow.
Yes.
There's more to life than just money, right?
Exactly.
And then all these clothing or, whatever fancy bags you want to buy, I mean, you can, nothing wrong with it. You should enjoy it, but I don't think that should be your only drive. You should have a bigger purpose than that.
That's right. I have a hat. It's a Gucci hat. I barely wear it.
Right.
Because I paid freaking, I think, $400 back in 2017, 2016. And I just can't wear it all the time because of the value that it cost me to buy that hat.
True.
Right? I was like, man, why did I even buy this hat? I'm not even using it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Now it all changed.
Yeah.
So
you got smart.
I got smarter a little bit, So when you started with the pizza, how did that came to you?
So I used to work for this guy. His name is Eric Boutin. He's a French guy. He's been in gastro business for about 25-30 years now. Like, he's been in Winnipeg, and he owns multiple businesses. I used to work for his 2 stores, one in Charleswood, another one was right on Pembina.
Oh wow.
And I always used to bug him. I was like, Eric, I want to get into business just like you. I always tell him, man, I want to be like you. Like, you are somebody who I look up to, right? And he could always see this hunger in me, right? And he's like, yo, if anything comes up, I'll give you a shout. Funny thing, I remember there was a Shell gas store that was on sale in Pine Falls, Manitoba.
That's far. Yeah.
That's far, right? Yeah. But I was like, yo, if that deal makes sense, I'll go there, live there, we'll run the show, right? But at the time when we were looking at it, COVID happened. And then we were like, you know what, actually, let's skip on that. Let's stay in the Winnipeg. And at that time, he met somebody and he got this deal on the pizza store, right? And then he called me. He was in Mexico, I remember. He was in Mexico. He's like, yo, would you be interested to run a restaurant? I was like, man, anything, bro.
Really?
I was like, anything, bro. I was like, I just want to take a break.
Yeah.
I want to see, what that side of the world looks like. I want to see what business guy, see how everything he does, right? So yeah, he brought that deal. We partnered up and then we ran that. So I learned a lot of it. Made mistakes, but
What did you learn from that business?
I learned that it's all team play. It's not a solo play, right? Me personally, I used to think, if you're the smartest one, you'll crack it. But I realized it's not about just you being the smartest. The people around you got to be smart too, right? especially restaurants, right? It's multiple people, multiple moving parts in it, right? You got the drivers, you got the chef, you got the cashier, you got all these stuff. Everybody got to be good at it, right? You cannot be the only one. Let's say you're making the best pizza, but the customer service sucks.
Yeah.
Or maybe the delivery guys, he's slacking, and your deliveries are getting so late and they're getting cold, right? So there's so many things that I had to understand. Okay, no, actually, it's not just me. I have to work on my guys to have to improve their skill level, and then also financials, right? When you're an employee, you don't understand anything about the revenue, losses, profits,
Taxes.
margins, taxes, your rent and all that stuff. So understanding the spreadsheet pretty deep and clean with the balance sheet and understanding profit loss statements, all of that stuff kind of came in. Even though I did study in college business management and there was finance and accounting, but I think I just kind of like went through it just to pass it. But reality really kicked in when there was a deal and we were really indulged in it. So yeah, I learned more.
Do you think college is important nowadays?
I don't think so, man. Not anymore.
No, right?
No, actually, funny thing, I was talking to my girl and I was like, yo, I don't think I want to, if we have kids, I don't think I want to get them in school anymore. I want to do like
So I
homeschool.
tell Elijah.
I want to do homeschool. Because things are changing, right?
Oh, yeah.
AI, everything is changing, right? It's like if you're studying how we used to study back in the days,
Right.
you're already behind the game, right?
Right.
So I think it's better off you pick 5 areas where you want to, you want to be involved, or your kids got to be master at it, right? And I think just stick to those 5 instead of learning about fucking geography, or like history, or your.
You never use it.
You don't use it, man. Trigonometry, I never used it, man. We have built soul houses.
I
never used the calculus.
I keep telling Elijah, I was the dumbest guy in our class.
Yeah.
Back in probably still here when I was in high school. My buddy RC, when we were in high school here, bro, I wouldn't have passed high school if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Honestly, man.
Wow.
He would sit in front of everybody. So it would be RC here, for example. Here, RC is here. I would be right here, and then there's 2 other guys here.
Right.
So when we're doing tests, he would go like this. Me in the back, I would like shit.
Yeah, I made it like that too, bro. Yeah.
Bro, I swear to God, I keep telling RC, bro, if you weren't there, I don't think I made high school.
True.
So
yeah, no. The only good thing I learned from school is copy paste.
Yeah.
Learning from somebody and applying it.
I mean,
and I think I do that in business now, right? I learn something of Marlou's doing this. I like this.
Yeah, I mean, even in high school or in school, they teach us not to copy though.
Well, I mean, depends what kind
right?
of student you are.
If you're doing tests, there's no copying each
that's
other.
what I'm saying. It's subject to what kind of student you are.
Right.
Me personally, I would copy.
But like that in life though, you don't have to invent the wheel.
The wheel again. That's right. That's right.
So you just copy. Hey, what do you think that could help me doing this? Mm-hmm. What are you doing with this thing?
Right.
That's like collaboration, right? Mm-hmm. In school, you can't do that shit.
No,
bro.
you cannot.
You can't. So I guess.
Yeah, so college I think is getting outdated now.
School is dying.
Yeah, unless something drastically happens and something
No,
new
ChatGPT is the new teacher.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you can train an AI model so quickly that whatever you're gonna learn is no point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who cares sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to blah blah blah? Like who gives a fuck?
You never
right?
use anything like pre-cal math, calculus math,
nothing.
biology, bro.
Unless you're the
doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly.
right. So
unless that's your niche.
Correct.
Yeah.
If you want to be a doctor, nurse, those jobs are essential in our society.
For now. 10 years from now, I don't know.
I know. There's gonna be a robot. Cutting you up. Oh my God.
You never know.
You never know.
Right.
So going back to so you partner up with somebody on that pizza place.
That's right.
How long did you guys own the pizza before you guys ended up selling it?
We ran for about a year.
A year. Okay.
Yeah. So funny thing. So my point of view. So let's say before I bought it, I was like, okay, you know what? Once I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna be like Eric. He comes in an Escalade. He comes in Escalade, right? Yeah. He has this, nice car. He has this nice life. He has a nice house. I was like, you know what? This is how I'm gonna be. And then I think 6 months, 8 months later, I was like, fuck, man, money sucks, bro. Like, the restaurant business sucks, right? Not every business, but I would say like, no, majority of them sucks, right? Yeah, they're tough stuff, right? So I talked to Eric, like, man, I mean, it's a nice opportunity that you shared with me. I was like, man, the return isn't there, right? And he said, yo, actually, the money we really made was the on the buy because
Right.
the guy was going through, divorce,
Everything.
and foreclosure. Yeah,
You make money on the buy.
And he's like, yo, if you ask me, the right strategy is to flip this business, right? To sell it and take an exit from it, right? So we only ran it for a year, but it was a good enough year for me to, really learn a lot of moving parts, understand business, and see, what kind of business I don't want to do, which is restaurants.
Right. Because when I started, I don't know if some of you guys know, but I started selling pork isaw, right?
Yeah,
Some street food. Bro, the amount of work that goes into that is not even worth it.
No.
Not even worth it. I mean, there's still Filipinos are doing it. Kudos to them.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. You make a couple of dollars on one stick.
Right.
Like I make $1.50, sometimes two, but bro,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah,
So,
I think there's better opportunities out there, right?
Yeah. So you took that money after a year, and then
Got into
did you get into real estate right away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we sold it in March, and then I reached out to a few people. I saw a lot of content from YouTube. I'm connected with this guy who's a guy from Delhi, but he lives in Winnipeg. Was a Punjabi guy, and then I was like, yo, I wanna get into real estate, right? And then he told me about the JV structure, how it all works. I was like, bro, I'll take my chance.
Yeah.
Right. And funny thing, I probably talked to him on Monday, and Wednesday he called me. He's like, yo, I have this off-market deal.
Yeah, okay.
He mentioned from Manjeet. Would you be interested to take a look? I was like, sure. I went in, take a look. He was explaining to me, this is what it is, this is this. And everything flew above. I have no idea about electrical, I have no idea about plumbing. Right. And I remember precisely, I asked him, do you think it's a good deal? He said, yeah, bro, I think it's a good deal. I was like, sure, I'll just go blind bet on you. We'll buy this, we'll partner up, and then, we'll go from there.
How long was that guy been in real estate?
Well, he said he was in the game for about a couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much he was the guide to get into real estate.
Exactly. He was the starting point for sure.
And then what happened to that deal?
We bought it, and then we bought another one on Smithfield. That was from you, right?
Oh, that was the second one.
That was the second one, yeah. And then
yeah, I didn't know you were the buyer.
no, I was the buyer. Yeah.
I thought he was the buyer. The guy was.
Well, we partnered up, so technically we both were the buyers.
guys,
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we bought that one. It was good, man. We partnered up on that one. We wanted to flip it, and then market changed, and then the contractor we hired took longer than we anticipated. But I had no idea, anyways, right, how this whole thing works. So it was I would say it was a good entry point to learn the game, right? It was more like, I was buying an opportunity to understand this industry. And yeah, pretty much that's it. We only bought two, and then later on he went to Ontario. We separated. He's growing in his direction. I'm going in my direction. So
that's good, man. Just take the chance, eh?
Yeah, you got it.
If you guys see his path, is just take the chance.
Man, ask. Yeah, what I was about to say, you gotta ask.
Right.
Like the one thing I always did is I always ask.
Yeah.
Even if it was at a point he was getting bugged, like, yo, he'll keep asking me about business.
Right.
But he brought it then, right? Same thing, I reached out to these guys, I asked these guys, right? So I think you gotta go out of comfort, you gotta ask people, and then whenever you get the opportunity, just take a chance, man. Don't look for the best deal. Just jump in for now, right? Learn from it. I was only 20, I think 23, 24.
How old are you now?
I'm 28 now.
28?
Yeah. And I was like, yo, what's the worst thing that can happen? I'm gonna lose this money, I'll make it back. Right? I started with nothing anyways when I came to this country. So I was like, it's not like, I have generational wealth that I'm losing as far.
How did you guys structure your deal as a partnership?
So I was the money partner. I brought all the funding to the table. Right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and
were you guys using the bank?
Yeah, we used the bank.
Okay.
We took a mortgage under my name, and then we partnered up and all that stuff. But then there were a few things where there were a lot of back and forth, right? So later on, we decided, I'll just buy you out. So I bought his equity out, and then I just kept that rent. So I still have that rental.
Yeah, the first and second one.
I bought both of them. Yeah,
you still have them?
I have both of them, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I have more than that, but now I bought both of them from him.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, it's fine. Because I could see him, he was at a point where he was planning to move to Ontario, so his interest was different.
Yeah.
And then, real estate is different. You sometimes, especially when you're starting off, you need a boots on the ground, right? So I realized, it's better if I just buy him out.
Here's another question about mindset and hard work. What do you think is more important?
The mindset.
Mindset, why do you think?
If you have the right mindset, somebody else could put the hard work for you, right? let's say me partnering up with you, right? I'll put the money on you, and I see you can hard work for me. I can sit down in the back seat, and this car will still drive, right? Same goes real estate, right? You don't have the hard work right now, or maybe you're already occupied with your 9 to 5. You don't have that much time to commit. You could work with somebody who's going to put in the hard work,
right?
But you have the mindset as an investor that you're willing to, invest with this guy, or take your chance with this guy, right? So I think mindset definitely comes in first. Everything starts in your brain, and then it comes in reality.
That's right.
They say Taj Mahal wasn't built in a day. It was built actually in a dream first. It was built in a mindset first, and later on it was built in reality, right? So
everything starts in the mind.
Everything starts in the mind.
Anything you do starts in the mind. If you want some change in your life, starts right here.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's a Hindi saying actually. It will go over you, but I think somebody else will understand. It says कि भी रण भूमि में जीतने से पहले मन भूमि में जीतना पड़ता है. So what it basically means, to win a battle in the war, you actually win the battle in your mind first. So yeah, man, mindset
first, all day. And then hard work is. Yeah. But you're gonna have to add the hard work. The mindset. If you have both, it's perfect.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Right. But if you don't have the mindset, sometimes you quit on the first downfall you get.
That's right.
Right? And that's it.
Yeah.
You stop.
I think you gotta have the appetite to take a loss too, right? You have taken loss. I have taken loss.
I've taken losses.
We all have taken losses, right?
How do you? So when you take losses, for you, how do you stay motivated?
I think it used to hurt starting off, but now it doesn't matter anymore. I just see it as a game, right? It's something to learn out of it. Now my philosophy to losses is different actually. I respect losses because you get to learn out of it, right?
Right.
So
I think the Mamba mentality.
So I don't think losses are bad. I think they're good. They give you a correction to understand where you're lacking and need to improve.
Are you a faith or a spiritual type of guy? Not really. Do you believe in God?
I believe in God, yeah. But I believe that you gotta do a lot too, right?
Of course.
I still say all glory to God, but I mean at the end of the day, God is not gonna come for you. You gotta do the work, right?
Yeah, because a lot of people they pray like, God, please let me win the lottery tomorrow. That's not how it works, guys.
Yeah, you gotta.
I guess it could work if you're actually playing the game, the lotto, right? Because you're investing money, right? So, but like that's 1 out of the billion chances in the world that you're gonna win the lotto, right?
No, I think God is not gonna come for you, right? You gotta come for yourself.
Yes,
you gotta put in the work, right?
What is your earliest memory or lesson about money that affects how you handle it today?
Wow. So this was back in India. I think I was 16. I used to still make money at that time. I used to sell phones. Then I used to do private lending to these guys. I used to make money. So I remember, in India there was actually a thing called HUDA, which is Haryana Urban Development Association. And what they do is, just like in Canada, when they do a subdivision, let's say now they're developing in Sage Creek, like they're gonna divide those parcel lots.
Right.
In India, how it works is they sell those lots on like a lottery system. So basically, let's say you can buy a lottery, I can buy a lottery, and the winning price is going to be those pieces of land, right? Which is very common over there.
Yeah.
So I remember I was 16, and I used to save my money, and I was like, okay, now this thing is going to come in March. I'm going to save my money. I'm going to give my money to my parents. I actually did that. I was like, yo, 8 marla. So over here you do square foot. Over there is marla, right? So I was like, yo, put a couple for me because I was underage, so I cannot do it. So the earliest was I was always indulged into investing. That was always that was the when I had money, I was like, where can I put in to maybe I can multiply. If I lose, I lose. I never cared about losing money. I was like, it's like it's a piece of the puzzle, but it's not the whole puzzle, right?
Right.
So that was the earliest one where I was investing when I was 16. I was telling my parents to take these chances for me. And if it clicks, it clicks.
Did you guys?
Never. Maybe I got hustled. I was 16. But no,
maybe your parents didn't put it in.
So funny thing, so in India, so they used to do these just like in Maples, they do the mela, right? The kabaddi mela and stuff. So it's like there's a big tent, a lot of people come in, and then there's a stage, a lot of performances, and these guys keep pulling a draw, and then they take a name of this guy, son of this guy wins this one. And I used to go there. I was in Sector 12, I remember, in Karnal, and I used to be right in the front. I was like having my kurkure, and I remember I used to love Thumbs Up. I used to have just like a drink and snacks, and I'll be like, okay, this guy's gonna call my name. He's gonna call my name. He's gonna call my name. And I was there for the whole, let's say, 6-7 hours till this whole thing, and
Nothing.
it just never happened. But
Yeah,
that was the nicest part of my starting.
For me, when I was, I would say Elijah's age,
Uh-huh.
I would say 9, 10.
Okay.
My grandma, but I was born
In Philippines.
in the Philippines, and my dad, when I was born, my dad already has his business, so I was
Right.
born in kind of a business environment.
That's right.
And then my grandma, when we go to my grandma on the weekend, she would get us to sell like ice candy.
Ah, nice.
You know ice candy?
Yeah.
You make it and then you sell it,
That's
right? Fish balls and
Okay.
stuff like that. Every time somebody buys from our stall, it makes me happy that I'm receiving money.
That's right.
And then I keep thinking like, how much did we make profit? Because I don't know how to actually calculate,
Do the math,
right? But it's just I enjoy
The
receiving.
feel.
Yeah,
That's
receiving
right.
that money. I was like, oh my goodness, this is actually
working.
It's working, right?
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
A funny story, when my dad always tells us when I was young, like Emil's age, probably 2 to 3 years old, right? He said when he walks around, because he has a garments business, so there's sewing machine, like probably like 15 in a row like this, and then probably 6 rows this
Around
way,
there,
right? There's so much.
Too many, right?
So whenever he walks like this, I would follow him.
Just like the same.
Yeah, just like the same. So I don't know. Maybe that was ingrained with me. Maybe I guess your environment as a child will kind of is like a path where you are today.
I think
right?
environment dictates all day, right?
All day.
You start hanging out with losers, you're gonna be the next loser, right?
Exactly.
You start hanging out with the business guys, you could be the next business guy, right? So environment always dictates.
So going back to the real estate. So after separating with your partner, what did you do next?
We started buying more properties. I understood.
How did you like? I know because a lot of people are saying, okay, how did this guy got all the money to buy the property?
No, so I partner up with my brothers too, right?
Okay.
I have,
so you brought family?
I got family, I got friends, so I started doing partnerships. I also had money at that time, right? Also, I started doing wholesaling. That was one more thing. We did a couple flips, we made money from there. So I built a bankroll. So I was like, okay, you know what? Now we have the opportunity to, keep it rolling, keep this, investments going. So with my partners, with my brothers, we just kept buying properties one after another. And then whenever we come into a deal where we're like, it's not worth buying it, we're worth a flip, we'll just flip it. So we keep banking, building our bankroll. So our always goal has been two things, that we have to focus on active as much as passive, right? So we have to focus on building the bankroll, right? So if let's say we started at 100K, we want to build it to like 2 million, right? But at the same time, if we started with 2 rentals, we want to get it to 20 rentals or 40 rentals or 50 rentals, right? So we had the same thing going at the same time. So now, 5 years later, right, we had a pretty good success with it. We have decent portfolio on both sides, right?
Do you think a regular Joe can get into real estate without any money?
Well, I mean, anybody can get it, but it's not about getting in a game. It's about surviving and lasting in a game, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people start and then they end up after second or third year, right? It's not about who started; it's about who lasted, right? Who survived, right?
Who wins the race?
Yeah, it's like who's the 50 Cent, right? And it's not about somebody who gave one banger and then there's no other album, right?
I know you didn't started with a mentor or a mentorship when you started. Why do you think
I
that?
think it's like, let's say you go to a gym, right? You have two options. You could either have that type of discipline to just go every day.
Yeah.
Or somebody needs that motivation or needs that push and needs a support system in the back as a mentor or let's say a gym partner, right? Or let's say a gym trainer. I was disciplined enough in that, I'm going to get into it and I'm going to do what it needs to be done. I know there's no rocket science in this. If you can do it, I can do it. I always have this mindset. First time I met you, I'll tell you, not even kidding. So when we write you a check for 15K, right, for Smithfield deal, I was on my way back to my home. I called my brothers. They were in Ottawa, Ishwar and Shivam. I called them. We were on conference call. I was like, bro, this fucking guy this made 15K from us. He's like,
That was 20, man. You guys
we gave him 15,
negotiate.
he's like, what do you mean? I was like, yo, this guy just did this. He probably put in like 2 days of work in it, and he made 15K. It's like impossible.
Actually, bro, I got that deal that day around 10 a.m.
Yeah, and you assigned it to us like in the evening.
At 5 p.m.
And yeah, so I was telling her, but I was assuming it's like a couple of days, right?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, if this guy can do it, I can do this.
Yeah.
And that was the time I actually reached out to you. I was like, Marlou, I want to learn this.
Yeah.
And I don't know, something was off. You're like, ha, and you left me seen. I was like, no worries, boy, I'm gonna come back at you. But in my personal, point of view to life, I always think if somebody else can do it, I can do it, right?
Yes.
It's just you have that knowledge that I don't have it, so I'm gonna work toward that knowledge.
So how did you get all the knowledge? How did you?
Well, I started reading books, but then I started finding who else is doing wholesaling. I reached out to Rens. I reached out to you.
Oh, Rens, kind of.
Exactly. So I worked out with few people, and I was like, yo, what if I just bring a deal? Because I literally proposed you the same thing. I was like, what if I just bring you a deal?
Yeah.
Go, we work something out where you negotiate, but I don't know how to write a contract, right? So stuff like that. So yeah, so I met, and then from there took action.
So you were very determined.
Oh yeah.
Right. And I think that's what people needs to understand.
Yeah.
Determination without action is useless, right?
Yeah, it's
like knowledge is power, but without action,
there's no results.
There's no result, right?
Exactly.
So people, if you want something, you're gonna have to work.
You gotta do it. You gotta put in the work. Yeah.
So that's just a real example of if you want something, work for it. Find somebody that does it. Ask question. If you get rejected, go to the next person.
Yeah, go to the next one.
Right? Because I rejected him.
He did, and now look at it. He's inviting me. The first guy on his podcast.
Again.
But I think that's the beauty about businesses, right?
Yeah.
The reason you respect or you invited me is because you look up to be like, okay, this guy also worked as hard as you worked, right?
Yes.
You see a resemblance that, okay, this guy is also hungry and I was also hungry, right? So you see a resemblance and you see it's worth it now. Back in the day, you're like, this guy is probably just another guy.
Yeah, because there was a couple of guys that were, bro, can we work together? Even now, like, can I bring you deals? I'm like, dude, bring me deals and I'll tell you a little bit more about it.
Right. But I'm not going to put in the work for you.
Exactly.
Right?
Because
which is fair.
Even if you give me a seller who's ready to sell, I'll tell you step 1 to 5, step 1 to 10, how we going to close this deal.
Right.
Because I'm not just going to give you everything and then guess what? I wasted my energy telling you what to do, my time. I could have been playing with the kids or whatever, right? So for me, when you're not putting in like an actual effort to bring deals on the table, bro, don't waste my time.
Yep.
Right? There's probably the same thing with you now.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of realtors, they reach out, they're like, yo, I got invested, but I was like, okay, I'll tell you this. We'll do deals, but I'm going to be straightforward with you, right? You don't play stupid games, I don't play stupid games, right?
Yeah.
Let's stay, very honest and straight up to each other. I don't like to waste your time, and I don't want you to waste my time either, right?
I actually reached out to a couple of guys who were in real estate when we were getting started. Same thing. They didn't take me serious.
I don't think that's a bad thing because everybody shows up that I'm the next big guy, right?
Right.
But then only so many guys only make the way, right? So everybody initially thinks that, this guy's also just going to waste my time because they know how hard it is, the discipline's going to go, maybe this guy's not going to have it, right? So I think that's what the initial reaction to the situation is from anybody.
Yeah, don't get discouraged. When the guy said no, find another guy. You never know. There's another guy who...
Or just bet on yourself, man.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, for me, you know my story. I hired a coach. And,
that's right, Sean.
And I paid a lot of money. And the money that I didn't have.
Yeah.
Right? I took chances. I borrowed from my line of credit. April knows about it.
Right.
And I was like, I better get that money back.
Yeah.
So I put my ass to work.
And I think when you have money on the line, you get more discipline, right?
Exactly.
It's like, you're like, okay, man, I got money in it.
Yeah.
I have to show up.
I mean, even people that buys courses or program from other people, guys, if you guys are not gonna put in the work, don't call it as a scam.
Exactly, yeah.
Because the scam is you.
Yo, it reminds me of somebody, but we can't take names. But
right? The scam is you, but because Even like I've been telling everybody, even if your coach is Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos,
Anyway.
if you're not applying what they're teaching you, and you get discouraged over something, it's gonna be worthless, right? So that's good, bro. So let's dive in about relationship.
Okay.
How do you keep meaningful relationships strong while balancing ambition, business, and personal life?
I think to really keep any relation, you need to have two things. That's my personal thing. One is you gotta have ego out of the window. You cannot have ego, and you have to be a good listener. Right?
Yes.
The reason a lot of relations and even brothers partnerships is either one of them absolutely suck at communication, right? Doesn't understand the problem, and they need to understand others' point of view too, right? And in terms of growing them later, you have to be not just a receiver, you got to be a giver too, right? It's like you cannot always receive value for somebody and never give them back, right? So it's like if your wife does something for you, and the days when she feels bad, you got to show up too, right? You got to do it. Same goes with partnership. If let's say one of your partners is struggling and you're doing fine, maybe you have to show up and do what needs to be done to help him out. So I think it's a two-way street. Multiple things to be done, but I think if you're a good listener, somebody who's not an egoistic person, and somebody who's workable, I think you can maintain relations. But you cannot be greedy either.
Of course.
Yeah, people put money. Yeah, people put money over relations, and then go. Guess what? Like perfect example in our in our culture, right? I've seen so many brown families breaking apart all because of money.
No,
right?
even my family in the Philippines. I would say, I don't know if they're gonna be watching this, but my grandpa's
just in your
family.
Yeah.
My family. They're all business person. They're architects, builders. Even my friend from back home that has a business now, he asked me, I spoke to him I think a month ago. He's like, bro, did you start it because of your family? Did you get any knowledge from your family? I'm like, no, bro, they're dead. I mean,
right.
But like going back to the story, when one of the family members is a single person, didn't have her own family, when she passed away, bro, everybody was going crazy like sharks because they wanted her money.
Yeah. They were going after her. Yeah.
Bro, but like, good thing there's another sibling that's still alive that's holding things down. But the person that died was actually the person that getting the family together, Christmas, holidays.
But was the glue of the family.
Yes, she was the glue of that family, even when I was young. And then when she passed away, man, everybody was like, trying to kill each other, bro. Even brothers and sisters.
But see, that's the reality that
it is.
It's just how it is, right? You can't do it.
That's the saddest part about money, and people will just kill for it.
I think it's about priorities, right? If your priorities is money, anyways, today or tomorrow you're gonna find an excuse to burn the relation just to make that extra money, right?
Right.
But if you're somebody with hardcore principles that what family comes first, partnerships comes first, money comes later. It's a byproduct of your actions, right? I think then you have better chances.
Yeah, they said money just amplify you, right?
Yeah,
so if you're an asshole, you'll be double asshole.
Double asshole.
If you're nice, you're gonna be nicer.
That's right.
You're gonna get back. Like Mr. Beast.
That's right.
You see Mr. Beast?
Yeah, I see that.
He just gives his money away, and then guess what? He makes more. 3 times, 5 times. I'm not saying just to give your money away and you'll be rich. It doesn't work like that. I mean, it's giving value and giving some in return, and that's going to be the money.
That's right.
Right? So you spoke about discipline, bro. I like you said about the discipline. How do you keep yourself disciplined? Because you now have money, right? I mean, you told me earlier you don't waste your money to some bullshit stuff. How do you keep that discipline?
I think it was tougher in the starting, right? When you get the first 6-figure check and you're like, fuck, I want to get my next whip. I want to do this, I want to do that, right? I think it's challenging, right? It's like you have to understand the needs and the wants, right? You cannot get carried away with it. So I think in terms of money discipline, if you have a purpose, you have a bigger vision, I think you will understand these smaller returns, these just having the nicest car is not going to be the right path to choose, right? I mean, I
bought an iPhone 17. I think it's been 2 weeks now. The first day was all highs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you got a new phone. After that,
I'll tell you something. What I'm giving it to you right now, bro, it's $1 million tip. So money, you need to understand, is very, very powerful. So money is labeled as diminishing marginal return. I'm going to repeat it. So money is diminishing marginal return. What that means is, over time, it loses its value.
Correct.
I'll show you how. You started in real estate. Let's say you made the first deal. How much was your first deal? How much did you make? What was the first check ever?
Net to me, probably 24.
24.
24 or something. Yeah.
Let's say 24K, right?
Yeah.
So what do you felt at that time?
It was high.
It was high, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
I was
it
like,
was very different.
This is what the business I've been looking for.
So let's assume, so when you got your first check,
Yeah.
24K, let's say this is your parameter, right? Your high is right here, right? Now next time you kept getting your check, if it was a 6K, your high wasn't there, right?
Right.
Now to feel the same high, you have to not make 24, you have to make more like 150.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So money actually loses its value over time.
Right.
It's like when you start a job or when you came into this country, right? Maybe the first $1,000 you made it. You don't care about the $1,000 the same way anymore, right?
No.
It's like when you were a kid. You got the $5, you felt like a king.
Yeah.
Right, $5, man, I'm gonna buy this cotton candy, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy this.
Yeah, well,
so that's why I say money is diminishing marginal return, basically is hollow, it's not worth it.
and money is just a tool.
It's just a tool.
I guess it makes your life a lot easier.
Yeah, it makes it easier, it gives you freedom.
Correct.
I think you should focus on freedom more than money.
Bingo.
Because if you can crack freedom, where you have choice, Tuesday, this is what, 1:30?
Yeah, 150.
Yeah, 1:50. Let's say 2 p.m. on Tuesday. We want to do a podcast. We can do a podcast.
We're
Right?
just
So
chatting,
the freedom.
right?
That's the privilege.
And that's what April and I actually were talking about the other day. Like I would say Saturday night, we were talking about freedom. I said, if you take money out of the equation of our life, let's say you got all the money in the world. Ask a person what they want to do.
Right.
They don't want to work.
No.
Right?
Exactly.
They just want to enjoy their life.
That's right.
But the only thing that's missing is money.
That's true.
So you gonna have to hustle to enjoy your life.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Because they said money doesn't bring you happiness. It kind of does.
Right.
But it also not gives you the full happiness of life. Because even if you have so much money, if you're fighting with your family,
there's
your kids.
You cannot be good at one thing and bad at 5 different
exactly.
things. Right?
So money is just a tool. Money gives you freedom, and the freedom is what everybody wants.
Exactly.
Right? Because I told her, like, look, we're going on a trip again, and like I would want to take my siblings, but you know, one just gave birth.
Oh, nice.
The other sister is
right.
They don't have vacation of work. So there you go. That's the example of, you know, not getting their freedom. For us, we could go whenever. Right? We could afford it now. And I love money. That's all I'm gonna say.
You have to.
You have to, right? To be a board.
And I don't think it's bad.
No.
Because you're putting in work to it, right? I think it's bad when you say you love money, but you're not putting that much work that it needs, right?
Exactly.
It's like having high desires, high dreams, but your action doesn't line up, right?
Exactly. That's how 90% of people out there.
95?
99.
99. That's why top 1%.
We're always the top 1%. You know, I would.
But then there's, you know, so there's the 1%, and then there's 1% of the 1%.
True, because there's levels to it.
Yeah, there's levels to it.
We're probably right here, and then the other people are right here.
There's different levels.
Right.
But I think it's not about, your parameter cannot be about money.
Yes.
When you see success, right?
Yes.
Somebody who's thinking money is the only parameter to see success or life is good, I think they're lacking in multiple aspects.
And that's what my next question was. How would you define success?
I think success is having freedom.
Yes.
Having good health. Having outstanding relation with your partner. Being blessed with siblings and parents. And then also you need money, right? Because I think if you have at least 4 out of these 5, you're still successful to me, right? A lot of people, they have money, but then they suck at relation, they're cheating on their partners, or maybe they have bad relations with their brothers and sisters, or maybe their parents don't even talk to them, or they don't talk to their parents, right? Or maybe they have all of that, but their health sucks. Right? So there's multiple aspects to it. I could write you a check for 200K, now you have 200K, but now you're missing all the other stuff. you're still broke, man.
Exactly.
Right? You just have money and you're gonna buy stuff which is also, like actually broken. It's gonna give you a pleasure for a short period of time, but a long period of time, your kid, your family, all of these different parts gonna. So I think I would define success if somebody has majority of those 5 pieces of the puzzle. I would assume so.
Yeah.
That's how I would say.
Same thing for
And I think I would say, actually, I would add peace of mind too.
Yes.
It's very important. That would be the 6th one. Yeah. I think those 6. That's my definition to success.
Because people kill themselves because of the peace of mind. Because some people nowadays are depressed.
Yeah.
For what?
Well, okay, so now here's the thing. It's very controversial and
I guess so.
But I would say this. Any emotion in your life that takes over you, it becomes a problem. Okay.
True.
So let's say you're sad. You let the sad part of you takes over you, you're gonna get depressed or you're gonna go, get anxieties and all that stuff, right? Same goes for anger. You cannot control your anger, you're gonna have relation issues, you're gonna have, So I think any defined emotion overwhelmed, which is too much, way much more amplified and it's not balanced, is gonna become a problem. It's gonna become a disease to you, right? Same with poor bad eating habits, right?
Right.
That's also emotion, right? It's the joy of eating the sugar, right? Down the line, you know what you're signing up for, so.
Yeah. Everything of too much is not good.
Yeah, man.
Too much money is not good as well.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
It depends.
See, it depends.
Give me all the money.
Yeah. But I think if you're, figuring out all those 6 parts also, right? Not just focusing on the one part, right? As I said, I don't think success is just money.
Yes.
That's impossible. Impossible.
It's part of the puzzle.
Yeah, it's part of the puzzle.
Yeah.
But I think there's more pieces to the puzzle that need to figure it out.
Because you cannot live without money.
Yeah.
And you cannot enjoy life without money.
No.
Right.
And I'll tell you, so I was reading this, I think I saw this video or something, and the guy says personal goals can be achieved later.
Yes.
But personal losses are permanent.
Yes.
It's like when I lost my dad last year. It's a permanent loss. I cannot recoup that, right? So now I look back and I was like, fuck, I could have spent more time with him actually. Could have been in India. The first time I went to India was like 9 years. Wow. After 9 years, I came in 2015. The first time I went was actually last year. Not last year in January.
Yeah.
After 9 years. And now I look back like, fuck, I could have actually traveled multiple times. I could have spent time with him. But the reason I didn't do it because I was so focused on making money.
Right.
I was so focused on, I got to start a business, all that stuff. So I ignored the other part of the puzzle, right? But I learned my lesson from it. Yeah. So that's why I always share.
Well, I mean, from in the start, in the beginning, something has to suffer.
Yeah.
Right? Something has
some kind of sacrifice needs to be done.
Bro, Ellis, when I started my business, he was only a year old.
Right.
And before he even turned 1, I was already reading books. I already bought my program, and I was just focused on trying to learn everything.
Yeah.
Right? After work, I would drop flyers. After work, I would go visit sellers.
Right.
Even before work. So I didn't see Ellis's kind of childhood, but I knew at some point I will always
make
be
up
there.
for it. Yeah.
I'll make up for it, and then 2 years after,
things started working out.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Because I put in the work, right? So.
Right. But I think you're still good because you can make up for it.
Yeah.
If you ask me, I don't have a chance to make up for it, right?
True.
I want to show my dad what I could have done for him, but do I have an opportunity? No, right? So now I have my mom, so I'm trying to maximize.
She's here now, right?
She's here.
Yeah. I still have
So that's the thing, you'll see her in the wedding next month.
Oh, right. Yeah, getting married, bro. How does that feel?
I think it feels complete.
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's like something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I think.
How many baby in line?
I think 2 will be fine. We'll see.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
2.
We'll see.
But I think if you have a girl and a boy, I think that would be it. Because if you had another one and it becomes a girl or a boy, you're gonna think like, shoot, I needed another one to partner up with this kid, right? But you never know. It's like chances, right? You never know what you're gonna get. But a girl and a boy would be awesome. 2 is good. 3 is a little bit too much.
Right. And you're going for the 4th one, right?
No, hell no. But if you go for 4, bro, it's chaotic, man. So we're coming down to the end here, bro. How would can you give my audience some advice on what they should do first if they want to change their life?
Discipline first. You gotta get disciplined. You need to understand the things which are holding you back. You gotta accept it.
Yes.
You gotta know where you are fucking up, right? Work on those. That's one thing.
Condom?
Condom? No, I said where you fucking up, where you messing up, where
Okay,
you're not doing what needs to be done, right? It's like when you need to show up for your workout, right? Let's say your health isn't great, you gotta go, do the gym work, right? So I think discipline is first. Build that mindset, get the knowledge, right? Work
Yes.
with somebody, get a mentor, or you put in the work. Somebody has to give that knowledge, right? So you gotta gain that knowledge, and then find a purpose. Because if your purpose is not big enough, you're gonna quit.
Exactly.
The
If
first
your
or
why-
the second hurdle is gonna come in, and you'll be like, you know what? Let it be. I'm gonna go back to my zone where I was happy.
Right. Comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. So I think you need a bigger purpose than just I need to make money. No, man. What are you gonna do with money, right? Because sooner or later you're gonna be like, no, you need to either level up or you're gonna give up, right? So purpose needs to be there, and then do not procrastinate. Right now, with all this doom scrolling that a lot of us are doing, the ratio and the frequency of procrastination has increased
Yes.
drastically, right?
Yes.
Which is impacting in multiple ways, right? In your work, in your relation, or maybe
health.
in your health, right?
Yeah.
And then your discipline, right? So I think I would say probably eliminate that too, right? So always do like an analysis on yourself, see where your good and the bads are. Also focus on the bad and get rid of it, right? So I think that's something I would say. And then pick a path where you want to navigate into. It doesn't really have to be real estate, man. There's
Yes.
a lot of ways. AI is booming, right? You
Yes.
can get into something, learn something,
Any
and build
business.
it, right? But you need to find something. You have to have something to focus on, right?
Yeah.
Because sooner or later, if you don't change it, what if the job you're doing get replaced by AI and now you don't have a backup,
Yeah.
right? So there's gonna be transformation coming in next 5 to 7 years, right?
Oh, it's starting.
It is starting, right?
Yeah.
So I think people need to look into it, be like do a risk assessment that do I fall into a place where I could be replaced in 5 or 10 years, right?
Right.
If that's the case, then I should work today to find something where I'm going to be stable if this thing happens and I fall apart from my current position and you need a backup.
That's great, bro.
Yeah, man.
And how does my audience can help you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you're a business guy, I'm always open to networking. You can reach out to me, Ajay.Sharma, so you can put it in the
Yeah,
description.
I'll put it on this.
If you're somebody who's just all about business, talk about. Actually, I'm into poker too. If you're.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about poker.
Yeah.
This guy is the next
I'm gonna be the World Series of Poker winner.
world
Yeah.
poker superstar.
Sure, we can say that too. But yeah, things like that. We gotta get into golf.
Yes.
So that's the thing, I'll be open if you have any common ground, any place where you think we could work together. I'll be very open. Or if you're just looking to buy some deals, I'll sell you some deals too.
There
So.
you go. There you go.
There we go.
Well,
Good
that's
timing.
it. That's good, bro.
That's the sign.
That's the sign. My lens just fell off, so I guess
That's
that
where
is it for us.
Yes, sir.
Again, bro, thank you for.
That's crispy now.
Huh?
The first two we did was like, this was crispy.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's it for us, guys. If you find any value on this episode, don't forget to share it with your family, friends, and whoever. And we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.